Moving on, ladies and gentlemen, UPI has changed the payment ecosystem not just in India, but across the world, wherein many countries are creating similar platforms. With UPI transactions crossing 1 billion transactions per month, everyone is interested in knowing what next. And for that, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Ms. Priyadarshini Sharma, lead UPI Product, NPCI. Good morning, ma'am. Trust you're doing brilliant today.
Good morning, all of you, ladies and gentlemen. Warm welcome from NPCI. I am Priyadarshini, and I'm a part of UPI Product team. And I'm here standing in front on behalf of all my team to take you through the UPI Roadmap. UPI is launched in the month of August 2016, and by our RBI Governor, ex-RBI Governor, Mr. Raghuram Rajan. Since it has been 3 years since the time UPI was launched, within this 3 years, in the beginning, in August 2016, our volumes were 0.09 million. Today we stand at 1 billion volume a month. We had touched 1 billion in the month of October, and the value of the transactions have increased multitudes, say from rupees 3 crores to 1,91,000 crores today. So I think almost all of you in this room must be aware of UPI. It's the Unified Payments Interface. It is the one-stop solution for instant real-time fund transfer from one bank to another bank. So when we launched UPI, these were the basic features with which we launched UPI. It was with the basic feature of pay and collect. Pay means paying somebody, and collect means receiving funds from somebody. And with a simple virtual address, you need not remember the account and IFSC and all those things. It is so simple. You just need to remember a virtual address which is just like a Gmail ID. And then it's like most secure payment, which has single-click two-factor authentication. Two-factor authentication means there are two things, like what you know and what you have. So we have two factors of authentication, which makes it really secure. Then the QR code, and it's like you can pay someone. Both P2P and P2M services are available in UPI. You can pay someone through UPI QR codes, which is there in almost now every merchant outlet which you visit. Then it's also next, and one more thing, we can go to the next slide. Yeah. We had started with only 21 banks in the month of August 2016. Today we stand with around 142 banks which are there live on UPI. Next slide, please. These are the major merchants. Yeah, these are the major merchants live as on date. We have covered each and every sector, starting say from retail, e-com, education, travel, insurance, billers, everything. So we have covered so many merchants. We have touched so many merchants with UPI. And there are almost 50 plus apps in our Play Store, which offers the interoperable UPI service. I now just told you about what's UPI 1.0, but we didn't stop with UPI 1.0. We had gone to, within 2 years of our launch, in August 2018 exactly, we had again come with the enhanced feature of UPI 1.0, that's UPI 2.0. UPI 2.0, these are the different features of UPI 2.0, in which that's not just, we didn't stop with just a pay and collect. We had, and just a simple signed intent, intent and QR. We had come with the mandate functionality, the UPI mandate functionality with one-time block fund. It's available. I'll probably brief about this in the next slide. Then we have come with the overdraft facility, linking the overdraft facility in UPI app. In the beginning, in UPI 1.0, it was only a saving account and current account which you could link with UPI. In 2.0, you can even link your overdraft account and do merchant transactions. Then signed intent and QR, as I already said, in 1.0 we had normal intent and QR. With signed intent and QR, it's more secure and you would be able to avoid spurious and other requests. So this is signed intent and QR. Then invoice in the box. See, it's better to know what you're doing before you do, right? So with the invoice in the inbox, you can view your invoice before actually paying for your invoice. That is like the view your bill and then pay your bill. That is the invoice in the inbox feature. Then we had opened up UPI for foreign inward remittance. So a person sitting in abroad can always send funds to person in India by just giving the VP. So due to the paucity of time, I would probably brief only on one of the most important feature of UPI 2.0, which is mandate. As of now, we have RBI approvals for one-time mandate with block fund functionality. All of you here must be knowing about the standing instruction facility which we have in banks. This is similar to that. A mandate is the one in which you just enter your UPI PIN and block your funds on a particular date, and say on a future date, you can, on a future planned date, the funds gets deducted from your account and it gets transferred to the other bank's account. So with this mandate functionality, we have many brilliant use cases with mandate functionality. You can see, for example, the IPO, the initial public offering. It was always a paper model, very traditional brick and mortar model, where there was only papers. You used to go fill in lots of forms and papers for applying for an IPO. Now with UPI, the IPO is like, it's like instant. You can just sit at your home and apply for an IPO. Then the cash on delivery. See, when you just go online and book something through Flipkart or Amazon, later when the delivery guy comes to your home, you're like, oh God, I don't have cash. So what am I going to do now? That days are past now. You can just block your funds using mandate in UPI. So when the delivery guy comes to your doorstep, you can just click and then the funds are transferred from your account to his account. Then coming to the gifts, see, all of us like surprises, right? So this is like surprise. In mandate, you can create a mandate beforehand, and on the date of the great occasion, you can gift your family and friends with UPI. Then coming to the advance bookings, even in hotel and all the travel plans and all, you can always use UPI, reserve funds in advance, book it, and later when you want, you can just give a go-ahead, or you can even cancel the payments if you're not going to check in. Then coming to the escrow deposit. Escrow deposit is a feature wherein you're like supposed to maintain some deposit for availing some contract or some other benefit. So through mandate, you can always, it's possible, you can enter a start date, end date, and you can enter the amount which needs to be blocked, and you can just go ahead with which the mandate will be created. And you can pay it on a later date. Yeah, again, to take this forward, we are not stopping with 1.0. We didn't stop with 1.0. We had come with 2.0, and we have many more things to come. This is the way forward for us in UPI. We have already done a pilot launch with Singapore, with NETS, in the internationalization. It is basically the Indians who are traveling abroad can use UPI QR, scan, and pay anyone instantly. All of you must have traveled abroad at some point of time. You must be knowing it's such a hassle if you don't have the currency, concerned currency, or sometimes your ATM card doesn't work. All of you get panicked, right? So with UPI, it's no longer a panic. You can just scan the QR and just pay to Indians who go abroad. And similarly for the foreigners also, we have who comes to India, they can also use the UPI QR and then do a transaction. It's in a nascent stage of development. It's almost going through. Then coming to recurring mandate, which I'll brief on the next slide, and the proximity payments. It's not only, you just don't pay. Normally, you need to enter your VPA if you had used a UPI, you must be knowing what you have to do to enter the other person's address to whom you have to transfer the money. You will enter the amount, then you will give a PIN, and then it goes ahead. With this proximity payments, you need not even do all of them. You can just go. It's like tap and go all the NFC and RFID technologies are being integrated in this proximity payments. You just need to take your phone to the nearest merchant POS or anything. So immediately you get a request and the payment goes through. So coming to the recurring mandate on UPI, the one which I told you before is the one-time mandate, which I had briefed a couple of minutes ago. This is the recurring mandate functionality with the RBI press release on 8/11/2019, just a couple of days back. Once it's rolled out and we get the final approvals, we'll be coming up with the recurring mandate. This is the much awaited request from all the stakeholders, banks and everybody, because with one-time mandate, you can do a single time, you can block the fund, and a single time you can do a transaction. But with the recurring mandate, it's like continuous. You just enter your PIN at the first time, block your, enter the PIN for the first time, and then it's a go-through. Like every month, say, whatever may be the frequency, say monthly or weekly or annually, whatever may be the frequency, you can just go ahead and the payments will get deducted from your account immediately. So there is no more bouncing of checks. There is no more late payment penalties, nothing. Just have funds in your account, and just with UPI, you just need to create a mandate once by entering your PIN, and every frequency, the funds get deducted automatically from your account. So this is the EMI payments. I'm giving you a few applications and use cases where this recurring mandate can come and can touch you, say the EMI payments, insurance payments, mutual funds, and the loan repayments. So it's like almost covering all the industry payments where you need to pay on a regular basis. Within this 3 years of launch of UPI, we have won many rewards and accolades. These are the few of them. This is only for UPI. Say the Golden Peacock Award, which we won for Beam UPI, which is like the digital payments, which has revolutionized the industry. Then the ET and Economic Times Innovations Award, which we had won for the best innovator in the digital payments domain, and the Scotch Award, which again for the digital payments domain, which we had won this. So I'd almost like to conclude by saying that, we want to make Prime Minister Narendra Modi's vision of Digital India really come true, and the vision and mission of NPCI being to be the global payments, the best global payment standards throughout globally, and also the mission being to touch every Indian as soon as possible. So with that, I'll conclude by saying that this would not have been really possible without the help of all of the stakeholders who are sitting here, say RBI, the banks, the fintech companies, the service providers, and others who are going to be either already a part of us or going to be a part of us. Welcome and thank you. Let's make India digital.